So as we prepare for the inevitability of Dany's invasion, we need to make some changes. We need to set some stuff up really quick. So I think what we're going to do is take some of our council members, particularly our Master of Whispers, and I think we're going to have him sabotage province in King's Landing. Then I also think, instead of fabricating claims on Pike, we're going to have our Master of Laws sow dissent in King's Landing. I think those two opportunities will give us the chance to maybe halt Dany's progress towards the north. Lord Urgo Tolfid has demanded a trial before the court, which Joffrey D. shall oversee, that rhymed, to ensure justice is served. At the start of the trial, he is formally accused of sedition and conspiracy against the realm, a charge brought by King Robb Stark. Lord Urgo begins to present his defense, but the court did not seem impressed. He cut a very unconvincing and nervous figure. Joffrey shall interrogate him now. So, Lord Urgo of the Bite is the mountain clansman who conquered the Bite that we then turned around and conquered. So, he hates us. Like, that's saying it very lightly. -25 for declaring war, -10 for defeating, -40 for subjugating him, -15 for refusing his faction scheme, -15 because he's angry, -10 for medium realm authority, and -20 for wrong government type, plus, not even to mention, -30 in prison. All of those are like the temporary ones that, or at least the ones that we would have some influence over, and yeah, he hates us. That's putting it lightly. So, Joffrey shall interrogate him now. Joffrey stuttered, stammered, and incoherently rambled in front of the accused, who rebuked his questions and accusations with ease. Unfortunately, his argument was so boring that many in the court appeared to almost fall asleep. Oh, Joffrey. He made a poor case. That means this guy is going to be declared innocent. Oh, he's guilty. A verdict has been reached. Joffrey proclaims, for the crime of sedition and conspiracy against the realm, I find Lord Urgo Tolfid guilty. So I will have his head on a spike, or I will send him to the wall. Either way, we are his heir. So we're actually about to get the High Lordship of the Bite and also the Lordship of Crow's Barons. We're gonna kill him. He shall be beheaded in the old way. Your Grace, Lord Urgo Tolfid has been brought from his cell for execution. How shall he be dispatched? He shall be beheaded. In the north, it is said that the one who passes the sentence must swing the sword. So, should Lord Urgo of the Bite receive his sentence from me? Of course, it is the old way. And we didn't even get stressed. Usually, that's almost a guarantee that we would get stressed. Okay, so we actually have... Oh, we have some event troops down here. That's interesting. Let's actually resign. But let's move these guys to Greywater Watch. That's usually where I assemble my armies from the north. Let's just make sure that these are indeed event troops. Yeah, they are. So we'll leave them Greywater Watch. I think we can still declare war and stuff with them on there. It may just be worth it to keep them. An extra 3,600 men's not a bad thing, that's for sure. So over here we also have Mountain Clansmen, and this one actually likes me for some reason. I hold too many high lordships for his liking, but opinion of predecessor. Is that why these guys like me too? Yeah. Interesting. So, we currently hold this high lordship. We need to dish it out to somebody. So I'm going to look through my court, and I'm going to see who we have that maybe deserves to be brought up and into nobility. I would say Varys, but he doesn't have any chance of having kids. let's just take a really quick look. Is there anybody among our... Doesn't look like it. Okay. So we could actually give it to Rickon, who is just a Lord of the North. He's currently betrothed to Ravella Rivers of House Aaron, and that actually would make a little bit more sense because the eventual decision will be to press her claim on the Eyrie. But I think once they leave our court, that we won't really have a chance to do that. It'll be easier if she's in our court and we wait a couple of years than it will be if we don't. But I do have to get rid of that High Lordship. Maybe it would be better for me to get rid of the Lordship of Sea Dragon Watch right here. This county, and then we also have the High Lordship of that one as well. Let's look at the de jure High Lordships really quick for that. So the de jure High Lordship is Stony Shore. It's right here. That includes House Fisher and House Slate. And then whoever we decide is going to hold this right here is going to be a decision that we're going to end up having to make, I think, right now. I really do. Because if we don't, we're going to end up in a situation where we have some of our vassals that dislike us, and there's no point in having that. There's no point in having vassals that hate us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through the find characters. I'm going to look through for landless men with either incredible traits or incredible stats, and I'm going to make them a loyal vassal. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. So I've unironically settled on this guy. His name is Hanton. He's coming from the Reach in 9 stars, and he's a genius theologian. Like, he's an expert scientist. Good, I was hoping for this. Okay, good. I'll explain why I was hoping for this in just a second. So I was really getting ready for him to come to court would allow us to have a genius vassal without, great traits necessarily, but who also doesn't have like any of the ones that are going to come back to stab me in the back. So he's a good option for us to give Sea Dragon Watch to, and then I think also the High Lordship. I think he'd make a good High Lord. He's got good traits, good stats, and then he'll take a wife hopefully, and have some children that are also geniuses as well. So that'll at least get Sea Dragon Watch out of our hold, and then we can also dish out the command or the Moat Cailin if we needed to, while we wait for the next 2 years until Rickon can marry. We can press the lady's claim and then give them also the bite as part of the Reach. So Lyanna is pregnant, which is fantastic because what I'm hoping for anyways is I'm hoping that it's a son that we can matrilineally betroth to Princess Oline down here in the Reach. I'm hoping that King Willis will make this step to allow for that alliance to happen, because we're gonna need each other. The only reason I'm hesitant to do it is because I don't want to have to step in if Dany should try to conquer the Reach, but the alliance is too good to pass up should Dany try to conquer the North. So it's kind of like a trade-off. Do I want the protection, or do I want the convenience of not having to worry about defending the Reach? I'll defend the Reach if I have to. And he actually has a positive opinion of me, doesn't have any reason to dislike me, so we'll be in good shape if we can continue on in this fashion. Arthur Karstark wants to join our court as Master at Arms. No thank you. No thank you. Awesome. So Hanton is now in our court. We are going to let's see. I could raise him to nobility, but it's going to cost us 80 gold that I don't have. So instead, I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to grant him the... Let's see, if I do the High Lordship of Stony Shore, does it also include... yeah, it will. Okay, so if I do that, if I include the High Lordship of Stony Shore and and give that to him. Yeah, that's perfect. High Lordship of Stony Shore, so he'll get Sea Dragon Watch and the High Lordship. House Spur, oh, I like that. I won't even change that. That's good. And he likes us, so that's good. Open council position, advisor, nice. So we can bring in either the Small John, Hallis Karstark, Hanton himself. I think let's go ahead and do the Small John. Let's keep that you know, that thing going between House Stark and House Umber. Winterfell is where we'll have our crown focus set. Let's go ahead and go back to the realms view. And so we still have Moat Cailin that we can dish out, and then we'll give the bite out. Let me see if I'm getting a negative opinion hit from too many held high lordships. I'm not. Okay, so the only thing we really have to worry about is Rickon coming up to us and asking for a plot of land to rule, in which case I don't know what I'd do. Hopefully it doesn't happen in the next 2 years, because once they can marry, we'll be in good shape. And that'll actually give us the opportunity to put a Stark on the Vale and bring the Vale into the fold. Hopefully we can also make this alliance with the Reach happen before that, because once we go to war with the Iron Throne, you know, there's going to be hell to pay. So those are the plans for the time being. We lose some gold from being robbed. Look at this. Your Grace, I've been offered a seat on the Conclave, the government body of the Citadel, and the rank of Archmaester. This is a prestigious post, and so I must accept. So he is actually an Archmaester now. That's crazy. Good for him. And we have Maester Horton, who is a good... He's a sisterman with the mark. That's interesting. He has 17 learning. I guess that's okay. And then does he automatically go to doing what I had him posted to do? He does, okay. He's automatically serving the court. Good. Good, good, good. Looks like there's some raiders right there. We can chase them off with our little event troops. I am still keeping an eye out on Dany. Tyrion is in... He's an advisor for the Iron Throne now. And he loves Dany. Why does he love Dany? Oh, vassal transfer, that's why. Look at that. Granted an empire, granted a high lordship. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Dany's opinion. And then why does Tyrion like her vassal transfer? That's why. And granted a high lordship. Attraction to attractive, you know? I understand that. Likes her just because she's pretty. Okay, so Dany has begun the she's begun some of the things that we thought she was gonna do. So she's attacking Crackclaw Point. She's claiming it against this guy, Lord Baron the Savior of House Hardy. So hopefully once she finishes with that, he's actually married to a mountain clanswoman. That's fantastic. Good for him. So they're in Mega War. Now would be the perfect time for us to declare war for the Vale. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that right now. So we're waiting. We're waiting until we have the alliance in place. We're waiting until we have the claim for the Vale. But also, this would be a good opportunity for us to see how the realm responds to Dany's leadership, you know, as a moving in to conquer this small little point of land. It's a good opportunity for us to get a good look at her. Your Grace King Robb, Crackclaw Point is under attack from the Iron Throne and is in need of aid. We implore you to join our coalition against our common enemy, so that the interests of the Clawmen here and your fellow Northmen will remain protected. So if we join, that's fine, but if not, he's not going to like us. Well, unfortunately, man, I don't really want to get involved with Dany and her dragons right now, so I'm not going to get involved. I probably should have maybe reached out and tried to vassalize them. I didn't really realize that they were an independent high lordship. They may have accepted because Maiden Pool's right there. So we have a daughter now. A daughter that we should name after a random ancestor, I think. Let's see. Not gonna name her Lyanna. Let's name her Sansa, after our sister, who we tried to rescue in a big, long-winded misunderstanding. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't think you understand what just happened. We had twins. What? I don't know that I've ever had that happen. That's crazy. That's insane. Okay. Well, then we're gonna name, Sansa, obviously, and then, because I can see, Arya. Yep. After his sisters. Oh, Eddard. Prince Eddard gaining poor fighter. Nice. I wonder if we can force him to train. We can. 63% chance of success. I like those odds. Oh. So not only does he gain trained fighter, he also gains lustful. Yeek. He's also fussy and an idolizer, which could be good for zealous. Zealous would be a really good trait to have because it improves martial, and it also improves opinion of old gods, which we won't have an issue with up here. It'll kind of maybe mess some stuff up in the south, but it's our opinion of them and not their opinion of us, so that's fine. Alright, so that's good. We can maybe do that one more time and gain the trait. Oh, we can't do that. He's currently at the same level we are. Hopefully he gains maybe skilled fighter. That'd be a good thing for him to have. And then also we should, he's currently educated by Maester Horton. We should maybe assign him under ourselves. That would be good. Faith of the Seven Rebels have risen up in Shoreham, led by a militant Septon. If not swiftly crushed, this revolt could spread like wildfire. So Shoreham right down here. Faith of the Seven Uprising. It's only 400 men. I would think that Bran could handle that on his own. You know. You would hope that he would. So the third Faith of the Seven Uprising. Interesting. So I'm just taking a look and seeing what kind of armies Dany's able to pull. I mean, I see about 12,000 men right there. Just from Dany. Looks like Tyrion's marching over. Another raving mob of the Faith of the Seven Infidels has risen up in Branstone. Another 441 men. Bran needs to crush that right now. Let's join the war if we can. He's also forcing... Oh, wow. That's hilarious. So Bran has actually also declared war on North Crackclaw, or on Crackclaw Point, in a forced, like, to force vassalize him, to grow the kingdom. Good for you, Bran. So we cannot join that. Cannot join in that war. Can I make them stop that war? I can. Do it. And then I think if he says no, yeah, there we go. That works. So we still can join him in our attempt to vassalize North Crackclaw. And if we can do it before Dany does, I wonder if it's worth it to do that. Are we able to join that war is the question. No, we're not. Okay. Well, that answers that. And Bran's actually doing okay in terms of how many men he can raise and all that kind of stuff. He currently has like 30,000, yeah, 36,000 troops devoted to us, which is fantastic. Our military status currently stands at 65k, which is good. That's pretty good considering Dany's is in the 50s on a normal day. And then if we can have the alliance with the Reach, that'll add another 25. We should be pretty good and safe from any kind of issues. I would hope, anyways. You know, you never know for sure, but one would hope. So it looks like we're in the middle of a waiting game. Oh look, the guy that offered to end his war was imprisoned. Good for Bran. Let's squash that. Dany has inherited the city of King's Landing. She's just gaining all kinds of titles. She's got the city of King's Landing, the castle of Dragon's Gate, Dragonstone, all the High Lordships, and then the Seven Kingdoms as well. Doran Martell is her heir. I wonder if that's going to be as Lord Protector, or if that's just going to be as the heir. That'll be interesting. So we have a peasant revolt in Shadowmoor. So we're going to raise up our last Hearth troops, and also our Ironwrath troops. Have them go this direction, and have these guys go this direction. I think if we put myself at the front, the Small John on the flank, and Morgan Little on the other flank. I should probably wait until we have a little bit more morale. Let's see. Let's actually have these guys go this way, because if we can pin them in Last River, that'll be good. Ooh, Your Grace, news from King's Landing of a trial by combat. Sir Gregor Clegane demanded a trial by combat before his captor, Queen Daenerys Targaryen, but was slayed at the hands of his opponent, Sir Lothor Brune. So Sir Lothor of the Kingsguard of House Brune, oh, I like that sigil, the bear claw. Strong and a skilled fighter, dual skill estimate of 10, good for him. Against Sir Gregor, the mountain that rides, was old at that point. I assume at that point he probably had a dual skill modifier of 8 or 6. That's typically what Gregor has. So, wow, the mountain that rides, slain by the Master at Arms of the Kingsguard. Good for him. Good for him. Okay, so have a new appreciation for Lord Barth of Flint's Finger. Alright, now we can start moving this direction. We're going to set our crown focus again in Winterfell, as we do. Oh, looks like Clay Serwyn died. Was murdered on the orders of Lord John of Last Hearth. Wow. The Small John, a dishonorable murderer. Okay, so we're going to close in on this army and see what happens. Well, it looks like Dany won first. Imprisoned his wife. So now he's a part of the Iron Throne, which means our kingdom is now, under threat. I think it's going to be okay, but the honest answer is I don't know if it will be. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Okay, so we're going to win this battle easily. Oh, excellent. King Robb loses the trait Skilled Commander and gains the trait Brilliant Commander. Fantastic. So we go up to 28 Marshal. We have the opportunity now to finish this battle and also realize what life is like as a Brilliant Commander. Fantastic. So you, my friend, can go to the Night's Watch. help support my brother up there. I don't know what Jon is doing. I hope Jon becomes Lord Commander at some point, because it's just in his best interest, you know? It's in his best interest to become Lord Commander. Look at all these traits he has. I hope eventually he does.